I'll say Zhang Weili because she's going to get an opportunity to fight Valentina, and she would seem to have a good style for Valentina, especially to Valentina today, who's more cautious in terms of like wrestling. She doesn't strike as much as she used to. Weili can defend that. I'll say
Zhang Weili just called out Valentina Shevchenko, and she didn't do it quietly. She did it with a smile and a message soaked in destiny, violence, and legacy theft. This isn't just a super fight. This is a full-scale assault on Amanda Nunes' GOAT status. Congratulations to the champion. Everything has lined up perfectly. It's destiny. After Valentina Shevchenko dominated Manon Fiorot at UFC 315, the world expected her next defense to be another flyweight contender. But Zhang Weili had other plans. She's done waiting. She's ready to jump to 125 and make history. Not as a contender, but as the next fucking double champ in UFC history. And let's be clear, this is no random call-out. Zhang's timing was perfect. Valentina regains her flyweight crown, and bam, Zhang strikes with that cold-blooded Instagram message. Why does this fight matter so much? Because Amanda Nunes' entire GOAT status is now under siege. Remember, Nunes is the only woman in UFC history to hold 2 belts at once. Zhang, she wants to be number 2, but more than that, she wants to do it better. She already owns the strawweight division. She's crushed legends like Jessica Andrade and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Now she's gunning for Valentina's soul, and if she takes that belt, what argument does Amanda have left? Add controversial statement from John Anik. The GOAT title, it's not as safe as you think. This isn't a fight. This is a fucking clash of queens. Zhang Weili is a nuclear weapon of raw power and speed. Valentina, cold calculated, surgical. And the truth? Zhang might be the only woman alive who can actually kill the Shevchenko puzzle. You want violence? You want legacy on the line? You want to witness the fight that changes women's MMA forever? This is it. There's Amanda Nunes in all of this. Silent watching, retired. But that silence, it's dangerous. Because if Zhang beats Valentina and becomes double champ, the GOAT crown is officially up for grabs. Amanda's legacy is no longer bulletproof. And if she doesn't come back soon, Zhang Weili will take her name, her records, and her crown. Zhang versus Valentina isn't just a dream fight. It's the start of a fucking war for immortality. And Amanda Nunes, better watch closely. Because when legends sleep, killers rise. Drop your pick in the comments, Zhang or Valentina. And is Amanda still the GOAT, or is the Magnum era about to rewrite history? Zhang Weili isn't just fighting for belts anymore. She's coming for Amanda Nunes' entire legacy. And if she succeeds the GOAT debate, it's over.
But it hurts to know that this is the end of the run. What went into this decision for this to be your final fight inside the UFC octagon?
My mommy be asking me so much to do this for so long. She cannot take anymore. I still young to enjoy everything that I make, you know. I gotta travel a little bit with my family. I gotta spend more time with my family in Brazil as well. I leave them so young to come here to chase the dream and everything. I never was down in my mind. I'm gonna become a champion. But when I become a champion, it was unbelievable. A double champ.
Amanda Nunes retired in 2023 after dominating 2 divisions. The Lioness walked away untouched, unchallenged, and unchallenged. But guess what? That undisputed GOAT status. It's under real threat now from China's violent queen, Zhang Weili. Zhang is already the most feared strawweight of all time. But now, she wants more. She wants Valentina Shevchenko. She wants 2 belts, and she wants to do what Amanda did, but better.
Tell me this would not be one of the biggest women's MMA fights of all time. Zhang Weili wants to be champ, fighting Valentina Shevchenko at flyweight. Everybody knows Valentina needs some kind of competition at 125. And to me, I don't see anyone in the strawweight division beating Zhang Weili. The only argument you can put is Rose Namajunas because she's beaten her twice, but Rose literally decided she wasn't going to fight in her last title match. Literally just handed the belt over to Carla, and that was a bad thing for the strawweight division. Set up Zhang Weili for the easiest title match we've ever seen. We have seen a 115er go up and try to challenge Valentina. Jessica Andrade did that. Didn't work out well for her. She kind of got babied in that one. Now, some women's UFC fights are hard to get excited for, but Magnum versus Bullet, man, I could get down with that.
I want to challenge Valentina next. You heard that right. Zhang wants to become only the second woman in UFC history to hold 2 belts. The first, Amanda fucking Nunes. But Zhang ain't looking to follow, she's looking to surpass. Valentina just defended her flyweight title against Fiorot in a dominant performance. Now imagine this, Zhang versus Valentina. 2 monsters, 1 belt. The winner could change MMA history forever.
Is Valentina Shevchenko too big for Zhang Weili? Zhang Weili, I don't think she's ever fought at flyweight, and Valentina has fought as heavy as women's bantamweight division. So Valentina has fought at 135, 125, where Zhang Weili, the a little bit smaller champion, okay, we're hailing from China, has competed most of her career at strawweight division, which is 115 pounds. So if they want this super fight to happen, Zhang Weili is going to have to step up 10 pounds to go against Valentina. Now that could work in her benefit, and it could also work against her. It could work in her benefit because maybe if she puts on a little bit of weight, she can get a lot stronger, and she can be able to manhandle Valentina in some wrestling and tight ground and pound situations. Thing is, guys, Valentina has shown time and time again that her wrestling has gotten better and better as her career goes on. The later she gets into her career, the better in her wrestling and her jiu-jitsu has been. She was able to beat Alexis Grasso and take Alexis Grasso down.
Zhang Weili and Valentina Shevchenko are absolutely on Amanda's heels. Even UFC commentator John Onyx says it. Amanda's GOAT title. Not as safe as you think. Retirement was supposed to seal her legacy, but it might have opened the door. There's talk of Amanda returning to fight Kayla Harrison. But if she doesn't, if she stays retired, and Zhang becomes a double champ, how the hell do you argue Amanda is still the GOAT? Zhang is built different. She's faster than Nunes. She's cleaner than Shevchenko. And some say she might be the greatest pure athlete in MMA. Maybe even all of pro sports says Anik Zhang didn't just beat legends. She annihilated them, and now she wants to burn Nunes' legacy down and rebuild her own throne from the ashes. This ain't just about belts, it's about immortality, and if Amanda doesn't come back soon, Zhang Weili will take her crown, her records, her GOAT status, and never give it back. So here's the question. If Zhang beats Valentina, becomes a double champ, and keeps dominating, is Amanda still the GOAT, or are we witnessing a changing of the guard? Drop your answer in the comments. Because the Lioness may have retired, but the Magnum era might just be beginning.
The next day is in the news. Gonna hear once again. It's not crazy. Yeah. If you guys think about that, I'm gonna get my belt back. You're gonna interview me again, and I'm gonna tell you in my city, in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil, in Vegas, whatever. I want my belt back.
In a recent,
the next day is in the news. Gonna hear once again. It's not crazy. Yeah. If you guys think about that, I'm gonna get my belt back. You're gonna interview me again, and I'm gonna tell you in my city, in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil, in Vegas, whatever. I want my belt back.
In a recent interview with the Schmo, Amanda Nunes finally responded, and she didn't hold back. I'm not impressed. She said, cold dismissive. She saw the armbar. She took it. Big deal. That's Nunes saying Kayla's a basic bitch. And just like that, this fight got personal.
Oh, well, you just want to fight Amanda Nunes.
I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
Fighters fight.
But here's where it gets juicy. Kayla just dropped a bombshell. She's willing to waive the 6-month USADA rule for a small fee. What does that mean? It means Amanda Nunes might not even have to test clean for 6 months. Harrison said it with her chest. I just want to fight Amanda. And Daniel Cormier? He knew it. He laughed because this fight is already breaking the rules. Let's not forget, these two used to train together. Same gym. same mats, same team. But now, it's all war. Kayla's hungry to prove she's the future. Amanda's pissed that anyone's even questioning her legacy. This ain't a respectful passing of the torch. This is a fucking torch fight.
You know, now that she's come in the UFC and she's actually won the belt and fought her way up, and, you know, Amanda, people respect what Amanda did here. So I agree with you. It felt big. It was a badass stint. It was all organic. None of that was fake. We had no intentions of her going up into the octagon. I actually had to tell the guys to let her up. They weren't even letting her in. So yes.
And the UFC, they're playing with fire, two of the most dangerous women alive. 0 respect left and a 6-month testing exemption on the table. This isn't a fight. It's a goddamn legacy assassination. Dana White better start preparing the octagon and maybe the White House. Because Kayla says once she wins, she's marching right back to DC. The Olympic Queen versus the MMA, GOAT, red, white, and blue versus yellow and gold. Kayla says she'll break Amanda. Amanda says she's not impressed. 1 cage, 1 belt, 1 legacy. Who you got? Drop your pick in the comments, because this isn't just a super fight, this is a fucking reckoning. Kayla Harrison just said the quiet part, out loud. I'm ready to whoop Amanda's ass. Yeah, you heard that right. The greatest of all time, the 2-division UFC queen, the lioness. Kayla doesn't care. She's coming for blood legacy and the GOAT's fucking crown.
When I talk about a mountain, you know, I really think that there's no peak. It's just every step every day I want to wake up and be the best possible version of myself. And I'm grateful to Juliana because she's bringing out another newer, better version of me. And after I whoop her ass, I'm coming for Amanda.
I'm gonna go out there and instill my will. I'm gonna break her. This isn't just about belts anymore. It's personal. It's primal. And it could go down at the most historic event in UFC history.
You know, now that she's come in the UFC and she's actually won the belt and fought her way up, and, you know, Amanda, people respect what Amanda did here. So I agree with you. It felt big. It was a badass stint. It was all organic. None of that was fake. We had no intentions of her going up into the octagon. I actually had to tell the guys to let her up. They weren't even letting her in. So yes.
At UFC 316, Kayla Harrison ran through Juliana Pena, a 2-time champ, like she was nothing submission round 2 cold-blooded. And now she's got one name in her sights. Amanda Nunes. I'm ready to whoop Amanda's ass. She didn't hesitate. She didn't stutter. And when asked how she'll prepare for the GOAT, Kayla said, 1 exchange at a time, 1 breath at a time. I'm going to break her. She's not just trying to win. She's trying to end Amanda's legacy in front of the whole world. Let's rewind. Amanda Nunes retired in 2023 after dominating Irene Aldana. She left the gloves in the cage, GOAT status secured. But then Harrison entered the chat, and Amanda, she said, I'm coming back. Whoever wins between Kayla and Pena, I want that smoke. The UFC didn't even need to convince her. She saw Kayla take the belt and said, let's dance. So now we've got 2 monsters, 2 former teammates, and only 1 spot on that July 4th White House Supercard. This isn't just about legacy anymore, it's about history. Because Donald Trump just dropped a nuclear bomb announcement, a UFC card inside the White House lawn on July 4th, 2026, the 250th birthday of America. And who's front of the line? Kayla, Olympic gold medalist, American hero, UFC champion. She doesn't just want Amanda. She wants to represent the country on the most patriotic stage of all time. These 2 were once teammates at American Top Team now. There's no love lost. Kayla's made it clear she's gunning for the top spot. Amanda sees a legacy chaser, a belt snatcher, a lion cub pretending to be queen. This isn't going to be respectful, it's going to be savage because Kayla wants to break Amanda in front of the world, but Amanda's a killer. She's faced monsters like Valentina Cyborg, Ronda, Pena, and she smoked them all. Kayla might be walking into a war she's not ready for.
Amanda Nunes made big waves saying that she wanted to come back. She did a scrum backstage, apparently saying she does want the winner of Kayla Harrison and Juliana Pena. I'm curious, did she tell you this ahead of time before?
No, at the press conference when I pointed to her, she said yes.
Diner at the back, he might.
Way goat is. You done with me?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I had one more if you're cool with it.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so The Ultimate Fighter Season 33 is coming out next month. What's the filming process been like, and has there been any drama? Are there any fighters that really excite you?
I don't know about any drama, but the fights are awesome. The fights have been awesome. Yeah. So, yes.
All eyes are on Dana White now. Does he lock in Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison for the biggest card in UFC history, or does he protect a legend and risk killing the momentum of MMA's rising female star? Fans